Okay, part 3 of the spotlight wiring up saga. Quick recap, we fitted a fuse box which is part of the ignition, and we've done the wiring up to one of the lights and the switch. So we've got one light working at the moment. So today is a case of deciding where we're going to put these and a quick talk about the mounts. So I've bought a variety of brackets. Start with this little cheap one. It's called a spotlight bracket. I think it's probably more a mirror bracket, but it's fine for the little spotlights, as you can see here on this little one. Not too impressed with that one now. Far more substantial spotlight bracket, which I've used for the straight headlights, these ones. So that's not too bad, that one. A nice substantial twisted bracket, which I've used to turn the orientation of the ones on the side, like this one. So that's impressive. And one that I haven't bought yet, which is a black alloy one, which again clamps on, and you put the light fixing through that hole. And that one's not too bad. I might use that instead of the little horrible ones, because it's not a chrome one, that one. The other ones are all chrome. So I'm not really impressed with that one, so I might put them on, the little ones. The little ones, while we're talking about them, bought them with different lens covers. I think I'm going to keep with the white if I keep them on the front. Otherwise I'll stick the red on and I'll put them on the back, but I think for the moment we'll just concentrate on the front. So that's the brackets. Now the light positions. Just put them on to gauge where I want them, and it's quite hard to tell. I'm liking this setup. This one looks to me to be too far forward. It's just too far forward, I think. So I think I'll put the other twisted lamp bracket on this, stick it over there. So we've got 4. These little ones again are just a little bit too far, so not quite sure where I'm going to mount them. One of the problems I've noticed is the handlebars. If you put them up here, it gets in the way, so you can't put a light up on the top. Might get away with a smaller one, but we'll have a look at that later. But I think what I'll do is I'll put this one on the twisted lamp bracket and stick it there. That'll be the rack. Now these outside ones might eventually go on the leg shields, but for now we'll just go on through this. So I'll put them in position, then we'll move on to the wiring. So the previous video I had put the socket in, the power socket under the horncast grill. This way is going to feed the spotlights. The plan is I'm going to make the rack an earth by attaching the earth to one of the spotlight clamps. Then each spotlight clamp, earth or negative, whatever you call it, just has to connect to the spotlight clamp. Then I'll just have the one wire running to each of the lights in a kind of a parallel system. So if one bulb goes out, the others will still work. It's not complicated, I'll describe it as we go along. Okay, so I've taken the first spotlight back off. This is going to be my main one, where the earth goes. So we're going to put an earth on here, from here. And then each of these spotlights I'm going to put a ring terminal on. And that can just go onto one of the bolts, and that'll be the earth. Then all we need to do is sort out the positive. So we'll do that now. I'll just strip the wire back on this one. So cold today. Winter's definitely here, and that's why I'm back in the garage. Just make sure. So that's the spotlight earth. And what we need to do now is just see where this one goes to. And we'll leave a little bit extra on it, about there. So the question is now, which one is the earth? So we'll strip this wire back. And it goes to about there. We'll leave a bit extra spare on it, so it looks neat. Make sure we get the right bit. So that's going to go there. Yeah, we're fine. A bit further. Alright, so we can cut the negative now. Just separate them out. And this is the negative wire. I think we'll take a bit more off actually. Make sure it still moves down. Still got plenty of spare. It's not too bad that. Yeah, it's not too bad that. Right, we'll cut that and put an end on there as well. What I might do is just put a bit of solder on these as well. It's going to be a bit open to the elements, but that'll be for another video at a later date. Right, so that's the first one. And again, what we'll just do here is big enough, that one must be a 17. Right, so we have the earth from the power supply and the spotlight earth on the same one. So when this attaches to the frame then becomes the earth. Like that. So I just need to put that back on. So I think we'll take that off and do it again. We'll put that wire, oh, it doesn't matter, does it? We can unplug this. That's going to go on there. Like that. It's a little bit fiddly. Just again hand tighten that one for now. Right. So we've now got this spotlight earthed and the whole frame is earthed. Just need to go down now and start doing the positive wire, which is this one. Wire. Right, I've just slipped a little heat shrink sleeve over there for now. We need to cut off this end because we're not going to use that type of end. Strip that back. Should be harder than I thought it would be because it's funny material. I want to carefully strip back a little bit of wire to join this into. Somewhere about there. Don't try this at home, kids. Take your time. Do it for a while. Just take back some sheet. Definitely don't do your hand. Just put a little bit of sugar back in the white house. So there you go, starting away now. There's where we're going to join it into. Just join them together. So there's the twist. I don't know if you can see that or not. They're twisted together there. I've got the soldering iron getting nice and warm. Actually what I'll do first of all, I'll just get a towel to go over there. Don't want to drop any hot soldering on it. So now we just have to get this wire nice and warm. Oops. Might take a while. Right, that's the first one done. It's nice and soldered. What we're going to do now is just get this heat shrink and put it over it. Over both of them wires. Right, not bad. Time for that air gun. I'll just shrink this now. Okay, that's the first one done. This now will run on to the next light, which I think will be this one. And then over to the next one. Right, move on to the next one. Strip a bit of wire off there. Ready for the earth terminal. These wires are very thin. Shall I go over that bolt? Yeah, well, I think I'll just double that one back over. Fade it through. Crimp that. extra tight with the eagle beaks. And that will now go on to the earth, which we'll do for now. Right, this is now going to join onto here, like we did before. Yeah, there's not much wire, is there? But it's a shame we can't go off and across. But no, we'll stick to the normal plan. Put that one on there next. So just like we did before, we're going to strip a bit of the wire back, strip some wire back, twist it, and solder it. You don't need to see me do them on all the spotlights, I'm sure, but that's what we're going to do. Join me when it's all done later. Okay, that took a bit longer than I expected, but basically all the wiring is done now. Our connection comes up to the first light, goes to the second light, goes across the top to the third light, to the fourth light, to the fifth light, and across into the sixth light. It's in like a parallel formation. Now I guess we should actually try it. So, ignition on, and then we do a little switch, which is just here. Oh, I'll tell you what, it's just there, look. As if by magic, they all work. Off. And on. Obviously they need to be just aimed down a little bit more and a few other bits and bobs, but I think you get the gist of it. So back still falls down, so I can still use it. Just need to tape these wires up nice and neat now. Maybe put some black tape over the red and the white so you can't see any different colours. And that's it. Right, that's the wiring all done for the spotlights. Pretty impressive, I think. It's probably a bit over the top with the wiring. You could just use bullet connectors if you don't have a soldering iron or heat shrink. That's not a problem. But this way it's all in one unit now, and if I ever want to take it off, all I do is unplug that connector there and then just take it off. And away. I could even put it on the old Lammy if I wanted to. So that's the versatility of doing it this way. So if you liked it, if you learned anything, found it useful, please give me a thumbs up. And consider subscribing to that channel. It helps me a great deal. But for me, that's it for the lights.